We are coming to the Pearl of the Polish Museum, to the first room that was the museum itself, museum and the first archives. That's why we have here Archiwum I Muzeum Zjednoczenia Polskiego Rzymskokatolickiego w Ameryce, because it was the archives and the first museum of the Polish Roman Catholic Union of America. It was created in 1935 and opened in 1937, January 12. And right here in the Polish Museum of America, Paderewski Room, as we call it right now, we have wonderful examples of the memorabilia of the Maestro Paderewski, and they are his personal items: his piano, his famous chair, his clothing, his little memorabilia that we like to see as the symbols of his life. And we can marvel on the items how it's not needed to be a great person with a lot of different items. Right here you can see that Maestro played a lot of music on his piano. He liked to play cards. It suited him. He didn't sleep a lot, so that was the part of it. Here we have the wonderful dolls that they were prepared by his wife for the White Cross, that they were sold after his concerts and made a profit. Thanks to the profit, we were able to raise special funds for Polish Victims Relief Fund, and as well as different photographs. On the plafond of this room you have different coats of arms of the Polish organizations, and they are of course starting from the mother organization of the Polish Museum, Polish Roman Catholic Union, to the Polish National Alliance and the Polish Women's Alliance right there in the other corner. And here we can walk and see the last bed of Ignacy Jan Paderewski that he died in. We have in the window the Buckingham Hotel of New York, the hotel that was the last apartment of Ignacy Jan Paderewski, and his death mask. His death mask was taken by Malwina Hoffman a day after his death. And here he is smiling and truly rested. You can see the peacefulness of his on this sculpture. You can see not only his signature as a person, as a human being, but also as a musician. Here is a part of Vivace from the opera that Paderewski composed from Monroe Opera, and many music buffs and people who love music are able to read it even in their mind as the piece of music. When we move to the other part of the display, you can see the head of Paderewski by Alfons Karny from the Polish pavilion, the flag that was on the Paderewski casket, donated to us by Ambassador Edward Równy and Clarence Paderewski, as well as memorabilia of Ignacy Jan Paderewski. He was a smoker, so even we have here a cigarette case in this room. The most precious memorabilia of Ignacy Jan Paderewski are the pen that he signed the Treaty of Versailles, as well as the watch that he received from the Polish Army veterans. And on the cipherblad of the watch we have E.J. Paderewski instead of the numbers. We have the notes for his minuet, as well as two hands of the watch. That's the pen that he signed the Peace Treaty of Versailles, and his batuta. It was playing the minuet by Ignacy Jan Paderewski. And as we say, we also have a personal item of his that we call the Paderewski's iPad. We have right here his typewriter that he was carrying with him everywhere. And especially beautiful for me, it's one key that's called May. That's May in Polish. It was showing where to hit to have the uppercase letters. So not only his private paper, but also his private typewriter. In the Paderewski Room, you are able to see as well the memorabilia of first curator of the Polish Museum of America, Mieczysław Heiman. In the closed part of the museum's Paderewski Room, we have the items from the last apartment of Ignacy and Paderewski from the Buckingham Hotel from New York. But here we have a desk of Mieczysław Heiman, as well as his mementos. I love this portrait in Sanguina. Mieczysław Heiman was the first curator and creator of the Polish Museum, along with Józef Kania, the president of the Polish Roman Catholic Union. And he's under his watchful eyes. We do feel, as the workers of the Polish Museum, as Heimaniacs. It's from the Maniacs for History and the followers of Mieczysław Heiman. He was a great person. He was very loyal to the Polish history. He wrote many books. He was corresponding with the entire world. He worked like a monk. He was a book collector as well, and he donated at the end of his life all of the books that he collected to the Polish Museum archives. And we have here something that talks to us dearly. That's the glasses that he used. His private documents that we prepared for the 70th anniversary of his death. And they are reminding us of his beautiful handwriting that touches us deeply. What you have right here, you have a correspondence, the sample of the correspondence between Ignacy and Paderewski and Mieczysław Heiman. Here you have a letter from Ignacy and Paderewski. And you can believe us that we at the Polish Museum are able to see every note done by Heiman. We know his handwriting by heart. And personally, I love this desk. This is the desk of Mieczysław Heiman from cherry wood. You need 4 men to be able to move it. It's so solid. It has personal bank, special and beautiful drawers for the little cards that he used for many side notes and to prepare to his next articles and to his next books. It has hidden places. It's a beautiful and very meaningful item connected us with Ignacy and Paderewski and Mieczysław Heiman. That's the desk of Mieczysław Heiman. The hand of Ignacy and Paderewski, that's right here. It's a copy of the hand that you have on the piano right there. This one was given by the museum people and connected with museum to Magdalena Abakanowicz on the occasion of the opening of Agora in Grant Park. And she left it for the future generation to be able to touch the hand of the maestro. So right here we are able to check that a person has such a wonderful hand. Right here is that special pianist muscle connected with the 4th finger. So the desk of Mieczysław Heiman with the hand of Ignacy and Paderewski, and thanks to the cooperation of both of the gentlemen, we were able to receive the artifacts from Antonina Wiłkońska, the sister of Ignacy and Paderewski. And one anecdote at the end. Right here we have 2 photographs that they are showing us the Chicago. So we have Augusta Street, that's in the window, that's a big photograph from the collection of the Polish Museum. And here we have the intersection of Milwaukee and Ashland Avenue. Right here, so we have 1905, nothing has changed. Take a look. The workers are standing still, you're able to see them. The same thing with spectators. The people who are walking, they are shown on the photograph as ghosts. and only one item in the entire photograph is Polish. And that's this little Polska wróżka, Polish palm reader. And she has 2 orthographical errors in the word wróżka. It's spelled like a pear, like gruszka, but you have a Polish palm reader right here. That's a wonderful photograph that we like to transfer ourselves to other times. So anytime you'll be in Chicago, stop by and see the Pearl of the Polish Museum, the first local of the Polish Museum and its archives, Paderewski Room.